Hey there gamers, DreamcastGuy here, and today we're talking about PlayStation because Sony has just revealed the new State of Play. Now, this is probably going to be a very big one. Apparently they've confirmed it's going to be 40 minutes long, but before anything else, let's just be aware that when it comes to PlayStation reveals, typically there is a hierarchy. PlayStation showcases are historically when Sony would do like a 2-hour-long presentation. Lots of the stuff where they do a reveal of a game you're probably not going to be playing for years and years and years. Horizon Zero Dawn, Ghost of Tsushima, or when they did stuff like the reveal that God of War was coming back, right? I am excited about the fact that they just confirmed this is going to be a State of Play, which typically is smaller presentations, but usually games that you're going to be playing soon. A lot of times State of Play trailers end with a pre-order now. But let's take a look at the official reveal, the official reaction, because the internet is already very much laser focused on this. Hi, hope you're having a great day, and if you could please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will admit, I just woke up here about 25 seconds ago, so if I'm still a tiny bit out of it or misspeak, I appreciate it. So yeah, give me a like. So here it is. State of Play reveals return tomorrow, June 4th. Watch live at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on YouTube and Twitch for news updates about great games. Now, they announced the fact that it is going to be a 40-minute long show. So before anything else, of course, everybody is talking about Resident Evil 9. I am obsessed with Resident Evil. My two favorite series in the whole universe are Resident Evil and Final Fantasy. In fact, we did a whole video yesterday about the rumors of Resident Evil 9. Now, the reason everybody is so confident about RE9, in fact, you see tons and tons of memes about the RE9 summoning circle, is because historically, for literally the last 10 years, maybe a little bit longer, the last 12 years, every single Resident Evil has been revealed at a PlayStation State of Play. RE7, Resident Evil 2 Remake, everything literally has been revealed at PlayStation showcases. So there is a 99% chance that tomorrow we're actually going to see the new Resident Evil, which is rumored to be called Apocalypse or something like that. But Resident Evil 9, that to me would be an epic closeout, especially if they announce that it's coming soon. Now, it's funny seeing all the comments. No remasters, okay? It's a great week for video games. Saros gameplay incoming. This is the new game by Housemarque, the people that did Returnal. Very, very curious about that. 40-minute show. Hope we see Wolverine. Something I did notice in a lot of the comments is that it does feel like a lot of Sony fans have been curious to see more first party. I feel like PlayStations are selling like crazy. Obviously, the PlayStation is a juggernaut. It's selling millions and millions and millions of PS5s. But I think a lot of people are kind of saying, okay, but in the PlayStation 4 generation, the biggest reveals, the craziest graphics, the actual hardware and technology pushers, those were all made by PlayStation for PlayStation. Whereas with the PS5, it really is kind of weird to consider the fact that all the best PS5 games, they're not made by PlayStation. All the best stuff that people are actually talking about are third-party games. People have been curious to say, hey, come out and show me that big, crazy, only PlayStation experience. Show me that first party that used to be so vibrant. With a 40-minute showcase, I do think there is a chance. There have been rumors about Cory Balrog, the guy who directed God of War 2018. Apparently, he's working on a new mysterious project. Personally, I really, really, really want to see Wolverine, mostly because we've only seen that tease. Ever since the big hack and leak happened, Insomniac, the people making Wolverine, they got hacked. Hackers posted a ton of gameplay and stuff. It's all super early and stuff like that. Ever since then, it feels like Sony's been afraid to talk about Wolverine. I would love to actually see it. Clearly, the game is very, very deep in development. Now, I do find it funny that when it comes to this, yesterday, people were posting these cryptic clues. PlayStation is teasing a State of Play. I did not believe it. A lot of these people were saying, shout out to all the people who thought I was crazy for thinking we were getting a hint. I'll be honest, I did not believe it, and yet here we are, 40 minutes long. Oh my God. They don't want us going through with buying our Nintendo Switch 2s. This is something I have seen some people about 80% joking, 20% serious about, which is that it does seem like Sony is very dead set with trying to kneecap the PlayStation 5 versus the Switch 2 conversation, in that just this week they kicked off a big deep discount. Right now you can buy a PlayStation 5 for what I think it's like $130 cheaper in the United States. It's like a Call of Duty bundle that's $360. It's gotten a deep discount right now. And the thing is that the people are thinking that they're doing that to sort of be like, okay, you can now buy a PlayStation 5 for the same price, or sorry, for cheaper than a Nintendo Switch 2. I do think that PlayStation is sort of trying to steal some hype. PlayStation is sort of trying to get some attention away from people that maybe they have $400 and it's like, all right, do I want to save up and buy a Nintendo Switch 2, which has $80 games, or do I want to buy a PlayStation 5 that has $70 games? And they'll watch this showcase and go, oh yeah, I still want to get a PlayStation. Obviously, that's a bit of a tinfoil hat theory, but I do like the idea that PlayStation is very much trying to stay the default console. I've said this in multiple videos, but there is something very strange about this generation where Sony's admitted that they are making more money than they've ever made. I mean, just this last quarter, they made something crazy like $13 billion in profit. It's insane. But it comes from the fact that I do think that we're in a spot where now people, if you're going to buy a game console to play with the bros, kick back, do some RPGs after work, it seems like 99% of people are choosing a PlayStation 5. But it seems weird in the fact that PlayStation isn't making the games that are grabbing the headlines. People aren't talking about the new Uncharted in the way that they used to and stuff like that, right? I do think PlayStation is sort of afraid of being essentially taken out of that spot. What if the Nintendo Switch 2 does become as popular as the Nintendo Switch 1? What if PC gaming gets suddenly much, much cheaper due to some new microchip technology or something like that? If suddenly PC gaming is way cheaper than console gaming, will everybody jump to that? I think Sony is in a spot where they're trying to basically find if they can just stay the default as long as possible, so they keep making money for zero work. I hope this PlayStation showcase announces something crazy. I hope they announce a lot of good games like Uncharted 5, but also I'll admit that I hope they announce a permanent price drop. There have been a couple things, Summer Games Fest style things in the past, E3s of the past, where they announced a permanent price cut. I think the most alpha gamer move they could possibly do is show a bunch of cool games and end it with, hey, the new price of the PlayStation 5 is $350. I know it's not going to happen, but that's my dream wish. Okay, I'm going to go drink a big old monster. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you could, please give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.